Well, Maya was born full term. She was like a normal baby. She came home. We didn't know anything was wrong with her. And then probably when she was about 6 months old, we noticed that she wasn't developing like our other children did. When she was around 13 months old, we noticed that she was starting to like have little jerk, like spasms. And we took her back to the neurologist. And it took them some time to diagnose that they were seizures. She also cried a lot. She probably started crying when she was 6 weeks old, and it never stopped. She slept in her swing all night long with it going. It was hard to hold her. She would cry when you picked her up, so she spent a lot of time in her little car seat. I was trying to find anything that could help her because she just seemed like so sad all the time. She was on like 3 different pain medications. She was on seizure medications. She was on reflux medications. She was taking medication around the clock. Some days she cried so much she threw up all over the place. And then she'd throw up her medicine, and then we're like, well, now what do we do? So there was a constant struggle. There was a point in time when she was having about 150 seizures a day, somewhere between 150 and 300. I gave her her first dose during, I think it was during like a break. Like in January, like I think it was over Christmas break or right after Christmas break. And within 15 minutes, you just saw her face just change. Like it was like she went, you could just see that she just, like the pain was gone. Like it just seemed like she was just different. She slept all night long that night and didn't have any episodes because she was having like night terrors and that kind of stuff. Didn't have one episode that night. And we're like, holy cow. Like, this is what, you know, we've been fighting for, and this is like, yeah, we couldn't believe it. I attribute Maya's happiness and her quality of life, like 100% to cannabis. I mean, we owe everything that we have in this life to cannabis. If it wasn't for cannabis, we'd have nothing.
I started using medical marijuana when my medical provider here was told by a dentist that my dental pains had nothing to do with my mouth, that it was neurological. So Dr. Metzler met with me, explained the problems and the benefits of medical marijuana, and we had a very in-depth chat. He answered all my questions, addressed some of my concerns, and I was very satisfied with the meeting. And I got a prescription. It was exactly what I wanted. More and more states have joined New York in legalizing medical marijuana. It makes so much more sense for somebody in pain to have this option rather than turn to some illegal drug that might have very serious side effects. I believe that it's always possible any drug might have a negative effect. So there's a risk in any drug. My quality of life has very much improved since using medical marijuana. My mouth pain has almost disappeared, and I no longer have the extreme pain in other parts of my body. It was one of the better decisions I've made in my life to go on medical marijuana.
I have been on fentanyl, morphine, Oxycontin, hydrocodone, and I was so scared for my organs, and so was Dr. Metzler, that's when he offered to me to come off of them because I had been on them for so long. I was very hesitant about it, and I started to cry in his office, and I said no, I was against marijuana, I didn't believe in it, and he said, please just give me a chance to see how it would work for me. I did, and here I am 3 years later. I went from a wheelchair to a walker to walking without a cane. My life has just totally turned around. It's like a miracle has happened. When I was on opiates, I felt like I was on drugs. Now that I'm on the medical cannabis, I don't feel like I'm on drugs. I feel like, I'm normal again. I feel that I can socialize, and I am on the THC and the CBD, and you wouldn't know it. Do I appear to be on drugs right now? No, because I don't feel that way. I have a quality of life now. My experience with the medical marijuana cannabis department has been awesome. I've never had a problem. Everybody has been so awesome. They help you fill out your form when you need it. They call you back immediately. They have been so wonderful for me, and I've been coming here for 14 years. I'm totally off opiates, have been for 3 years in March. I love Dr. Metzler. I love Dr. Metzler. I couldn't have a better doctor. And I'll cry because Dr. Metzler saved my life. He turned my life around. He's my savior. I would still be sitting at home if it wasn't for Dr. Metzler. I don't know where I would be. He's my hero. Dr. Metzler's my hero, and I tell everybody that.